Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Creative Chats, where it's just a couple of friends having meaningful conversations. So today, I'm super excited. I have my co-star with me from a
Hey, yo,
project
yo,
we
yo.
did way back in the
Way
day,
back.
but it
Yeah.
was my first film. And I'm just super excited that God has kept us in alignment and really grateful that Ilstafa, who is
Hey,
one of the
yo, yo,
greatest
yo.
artists, musicians, writers, and people that I've had the pleasure of knowing is here as a guest. So thank you for
Thank you.
coming.
Thank you, Janae. I really appreciate that.
Yeah,
Really
I'm super
appreciate that.
excited on how our conversation will help to inspire the world.
Yeah.
What are you working on these days?
These days I'm still recording, I got a bunch of songs coming out. I got a song out now with my boy T Wits. It's called Do What I Want. Do What I Want. Yes, it's on his project. Don't Follow the Trolls. But I have a lot of newer music coming out very soon. With my boy Ike, local artist in the DMV area. Also just, songs with my own songs, of course. I just had a show actually a couple Wednesdays ago on Pie Street at AV Sessions. Alex Vaughn, local artists, new artists. She has like these open mic events she does like every month. And I was the feature artist for February, the day after my birthday, which is Valentine's Day. So that was
Oh, happy
really
belated.
dope. Thank you. I believe you're an Aquarius too.
You're
I feel
right.
like.
You're
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
We're
yeah,
lit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
So thank you
yes.
for remembering.
Yes. And yeah, it was a fun show. I got a vlog of that will also be coming out soon. But for the most part, I've really just been a father. I got when we did that movie, I think I only had one kid. Now I have three, actually. So
Wow.
four total.
Wow, what
Yeah.
a blessing. I'm praying for more. So, align
Yes,
with me,
yes.
where two or three are gathered in his name, there he'll be. So God knows my heart, God knows my prayers. And I have one now too. So, it'll be a blessing
Amen.
to expand this family, be fruitful and multiply,
Yes,
So it's
yes,
great to
yes.
see you
And
doing that. What are their
yes,
ages?
yes. A lot of my time has been spent being a father, really,
Oh,
especially these last like 5 or 6 years. Just raising my kids. I've been moving around. I live in Maryland now, Silver Spring.
I didn't know you were that
Um,
close. We're gonna have to link.
yeah, you're in Maryland too?
I'm in the city.
In the city?
Yeah, in DC and Northeast.
Northeast? Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm always working in the city. I bartend at Ted's Bulletin on 14th,
Oh,
but
wow, no,
it's
I know
more of a
exactly where that is. That's cool. I'm
yeah,
about to pull up on you for like a glass of champagne or something.
yeah, mimosa. What I mean, breakfast is all
Yeah.
day there. You know what I mean? But I only pick up there. I'm not really on a main staff member. But I mainly, work in Bethesda. I work for the fried rice food group. They own Chico and it's Chinese and Korean. And Anju, another Chinese Korean. So I work. That's the company I work for at the moment when I'm not, in the studio on stage
Exactly.
somewhere. Yeah.
Exactly. Trust me, I understand. Us creatives got to make it work.
Yes.
How old are your kids? What are their ages?
They're my oldest is 14 now. It's 14.
Wow.
I had him very young, 19, 20. But the other three, he's about to turn 7. My 6-year-old's about to turn 7 on the 21st.
Oh,
Um, yes. I have a 5-year-old who turns 6 in July, and a newborn
wow.
is 5 months.
Congratulations. Wow,
Yes.
that is so sweet. One of our children is the same age. Your 6-year-old has got my 6-year-old by a few months. She'll be 7 in September.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Um, yeah. Been married probably since 2018, I believe.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Same woman I've been with, all kids same. So it's been
Yes. Amen. That makes you a stand-up guy. Her
thank
too,
you.
you know.
Thank you.
Yeah, a
Yeah,
lady of
stand
honor.
up gal. Gal.
Yeah. Oh, woman integrity. That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
I'm rooting for you guys. May you continue to have an abundant relationship, prosperous with love, happiness, and stability. Stability,
Thank
right?
you.
All those kids.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
it's something we
And
need.
marriage has been tough, man. We definitely have our ups and our downs. And
I
when they
hear that
get
it's
down,
work. I'm looking forward to it. I'm still
yeah,
waiting, but I'm
yeah.
looking forward to it.
Well, it's a lot of work. That definitely would the one suggestion I will give is definitely like it's work. I think sometimes people get married, they think it's like, oh, this is the right one. And I guess they just go with the motions and, kind of just go with the flow. But sometimes, you gotta really, you see things heading in a direction, speak on it. You wanna, remain happy and keep everyone happy. Um, but yeah, it's work. It's a lot of work. But every day, I'm learning, gaining new stuff. Love my wife. I've known her for over a decade. So it's been a ride. It's been a
Would
ride.
you say that at the basis or foundation, because I've never been married, so would you say at the basis or foundation of it, the the solidifying factor is that you guys would rather go through those it's work moments together than none of those moments at all? Is that what it
Yeah.
really comes down to?
Yeah, actually, yeah. It could build because if you don't or you ignore them, the moments are gonna happen. There's no way in hell you're gonna be 100% happy with everything someone does. And yeah, I think it is better to address them and just ignore and let it build up and then a whole argument and then explosions happen and the domestic violence. I think a lot of those, a lot of things, a lot of times you hear about those, there's usually, core of it.
Yeah, that makes sense. How do you
Yeah.
think marriage and like being a father has influenced your music now?
It's influenced it a lot.
Yeah, I bet.
I think a lot of energy that I like before I would always rush myself into writing music, and just trying to do everything like at a particular time, but I think really having more kids really, I think, sat me down more, and it made me
Mhm.
really appreciate the time I spent with them. Also, the time that I spend on my music, I try to be more just disciplined, songwrite discipline, I like to say. Just I don't write as much, but I'm always thinking. Um, and I think being around my kids and just, like giving the love for them really fused me to when I do get the time to sit down, to write that I write fast and really precise. Um, and it's been a newer practice. I think I've really gathered since COVID, a little before COVID. And I think I've become a better performer, writer since then. So yeah, yeah, just it's definitely taking more on being a father, I feel like has made me more a better artist. Um Maybe because it's given me more of, m- more of a reason to be great because of my children. I would like to believe that. But
Mhm, yeah.
it's definitely it, damn man, I feel like I went off the question. What was the question?
No, you're answering it still
Yeah, yeah,
about how
yeah.
how being a father and being married, family life has influenced you in music.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha.
you're with
So
it. You're still there.
all right, all right. But yeah, it's they're my influence. That's what I was looking for. They're my influence. So it definitely gives me a lot of energy to write and to really talk about things that cause and effect and people care about these days.
Yeah, that's a blessing. Has your 14-year-old gotten to see you in action at all? Like been to a show, been
Yeah,
in the city?
yeah, he actually has. I had a show one time at Howard. I think they weren't here. He was like 6 maybe. And Man, it was so funny. It was like a I forget what type of show it was, but it was some lady, some older lady put it together. She used to work in the Apollo. She worked with like all these great, great like artists of history. Um, but it was like a little, like community Howard type of thing. It was during the summer. Uh, and I performed like two songs. I remember he was like, "Father," he's autistic. I don't know if you remember
Oh,
that.
no,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, he has autism. So he's he always is trying to perform, you know what I mean? Like he has a karaoke machine that he always plays with. And at the show, he wanted to get on stage, so his mother was holding him back. But he see me on stage, he's like, "Oh, that's my father." Like, father. You know what I mean? After I was done performing, he came on stage and sung. But
Oh,
he's a very creative child. All my kids are. Eh, 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 but the oldest, he's very, he's always in his own zone. He makes his own songs,
that's cool.
off of melodies. Yeah, he's very, very creative, very vibrant, very high spirit.
Sounds like he's caught a lot of this influence from you. Is your wife musically inclined at all?
She's an artist.
Okay.
She paints and do artistry. Like, it's funny because I didn't really know how good she was again till COVID. Like, we had days we'll like sit and paint, and like I don't know where it's at now, but she got this one art form. It was like a black woman with like a bush. It's beautiful. I'm like, the fuck? Like, I didn't know you was this good.
That's
But
funny.
she she was in art school, a little bit in college. I mean, like in high school.
Hmm.
Yeah, she's a really good artist. She has a good eye for art, you know. Um, but the kids though, they're definitely artists too. They like to draw. Zachariah, my third child, he's very inclined with like different music and just different stuff. They're all artsy. All my kids are pretty artsy children.
Yeah, it's really important, like that we are our authentic selves in front of them so that they can discover the parts of them that may be like us as they're discovering the parts of themselves that make them unique, is what I think. Because my daughter, she, us coming from music as well, she is very musically inclined also, but her father produces, like he can
Mhm.
produce and engineer. So what's happening is where I'm like instrumentalist and like vocalist, she is producing, like they're like these kid apps, right? And they look like characters, or they are characters, but it's not like a real, it's a figure. It's not a person. You can't go find that in real life,
Like an
right?
avatar.
Something weird. It doesn't even look human. It looks like Bushman or something, like what
Bushman.
am I trying, Neanderthal or something. I don't know. It looks weird. And then some of them are actual bushes or like a log with legs and arms or something, and each of them makes a different sound. So this is like the child's introduction into production, into producing music. So she'll like
Yeah.
choose different characters based off the sounds that they make and put them together and have a melody, have a track,
Oh,
have a
snap.
song. Yeah, and it's so funny because she'll be like walking around the house, like singing her own little, but it's weird because it's like their sound. So it's not like a drum kick, or like it's not like, it's like these like acapella-ish sounds. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
it's very
yeah.
interesting
Oh,
how those
interesting.
influences translate
You
for
don't know
sure.
you don't know the name of it?
Singing monsters, maybe, I
Singing
think.
monsters.
I'll
I
find
know
out and I'll send it to you because your kids will probably like it too,
they
especially your
like
6 year old.
story blocks, and story blocks they do like different like songs on colors and stuff like that. My 7-year-old, he loves story, especially when they sing about like colors and stuff. But he always is finding different type of things online, like alpha blocks or number
Yeah,
blocks
she's
or
huge on that too. All of them love that.
yeah, number lore and all these
Yeah,
like
no, it's so much.
yeah. But I have to stay on top of him because sometimes he slides off into something that's like
I hate it.
yeah,
How
yeah,
you feel
people.
about Roblox? Can we
Man,
talk about that? How do you feel
my
about
son
Roblox as
downloaded
a parent?
Roblox on my phone, so he be trying to play it. He always wants my phone.
But how do you
Um,
feel about it?
I don't know. I'm still kind of overlooking it. it's like, what is it? I watch him play it and it looks like a free all
I think it's
video
trash. It's
game
free all, and
system.
that's the thing that kind of like makes me nervous because there's a lot of adults in there, right? And then there's the chat thing, and she can read and write and type and all that. And so,
Mm,
it's just too much. And then some of the worlds that they're creating have like, certain themes to it. And then also like the YouTubers that are doing the gaming, they're like manipulating certain boards and then like stuff that they're saying as they're playing. It's just a lot. I feel like, you know, if it's for kids, let it be for kids. If it's for adults, let it be for adults. But I feel like this free all maybe should not be for both markets.
yeah, okay. I didn't know if it was like that. Oh man, all right, that makes some things. Elijah, the one that does go on it, Zach, he's not as good as a reader as the other one, Elijah. They're like a year apart. Um, but he stays on it. But Elijah at the same time, I don't think he goes on Roblox, but he definitely goes on YouTube and like see different people like say different things and do different things, and then I hear him say it. I'm like, where'd you
Yeah,
get that from?
they be
You know what
trying
I'm
to
saying?
copy them. She used to try
Yeah,
to copy this
exactly.
one guy to laugh. Like, I forget who it was, but when she was like 3, she just like tried to make that person's laugh her laugh. And I'm like, stop doing that. Like, that's not who you. Ooh, I was so irritated. Like, be who you are. Like, ooh, these people influence my kid. No.
You know what I mean? But and that's why you gotta stay on top, or at least like watch over them. I try not to be too hard, but at the same time, I can't just let them sit there and watch shit that's poison their brain. Like that's
Exactly.
yeah. But yeah, Roblox though, yeah, for the most part, I don't think Zach really, because he doesn't really repeat a lot of stuff. He's more like into the actual kitty stuff. Like when I give him the remote and he goes on YouTube, um, I think what is it called? SGT Vert. It's some guy with kids and they all play video games.
No, I don't know. I I think she really loves the gaming thing. So if you come across anything like kid appropriate for the gaming thing, definitely like send me a link because I would love to give her an alternative to kind of like reroute her to something more
Yeah, yeah.
aligned with
I'll
her
send you.
age.
I'll send you a link of S. What is it? SGT Vert. The main dude, he be rapping. It's funny. So he makes songs like for the games, and they're like kid worthy. But his style is very like old school Eminem, like, but it's very G rated. So it's like, hey, I'm playing Mario, but Bowser came. Like,
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
it's hilarious because I'm like, this guy thinks he's Eminem, but it's it's very cute. Um. Oh yeah, my son loves them. But yeah, I've seen some stuff
We
that they look at that I mean that is good that I approve of. Man, one show that I the one show I don't like admit and I kind of gave in. I still don't let them really watch it, but it like kids. It's on a kids network. It's Peppa Pig, man. I
we were talking
hate
about
that.
that recently too because
Yeah, we're
her cousin, her favorite cousin, um, loves that show, and I think she's got her by like 2 years or something like that. And I was like, the way Pepper talks to her parents is very disrespectful. Like
yeah,
her
no, right.
arrogance and entitlement, I'm not with it. So I've never like shown it to her to the point where it was something she would want to watch. But she started being around her cousin, and the cousin watched it, I mean, all the time. And so recently, she know how I don't like it. So she was like, "Hey, mom, the parents complained about Peppa." And so they took out the parts where she was disrespecting her parents. And apparently, like they redid it because all of us feel this way. So I don't know. I didn't like look into that myself, but that's what she told me. They like redid it.
Yeah, I was raised Muslim too, so I always have a thing towards pigs. So it's like, but
Mm. I
but
understand. I mean,
I didn't
look,
know
when
that.
Jesus was casting out those demons, right?
Yeah,
Where did he put it? They was like begging to go in the pig. Why they asked to go in the pig? Why in the pig? You know what I'm saying? So I feel you on that.
sweating and stuff, man. Ugh, they just nasty. But yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. They kind of, I don't know, like if it comes on, they'll laugh at little lines and stuff. So I think that's why they don't, and they're a little older. I feel like you shouldn't let your kid like maybe around 2 or 3. You know what I mean? Look at it. I feel like that's like like a good age for that show to influence a kid to like not listen to their parent. But I don't know. I'll have it on sometimes, and they kind of look at it, kind of don't. It's not like it's not like one of their favorite shows. You know what I mean? Now that they're a little older. Um, but it's funny. They like a lot of things like we grew up on. Like they watch a lot of what's it called? Cowardly Dog, Courage.
Oh, I used to watch that. That's still out. That's
Yeah, yeah,
crazy.
Courage, Powerpuff
Oh,
Girls. They love SpongeBob.
I think that would creep her out. She's never seen it. She's
Courage.
a little bit scary, like, she's super feminine. And like, I think sometimes I've caught her watching things that I can tell she thought was scary. And that's again why I got these issues with some of these YouTubers and putting that as kid content because so for example, they'll take Mickey Mouse, like a really fun, lovable character who looks sweet and friendly, and they'll make him look evil, dark, and like bloody.
Yeah,
And that'll pop up on her thing. And
yeah. I
she's
had to
like
ban them from
terrified,
watching.
but like trying to force herself to watch it because she's understanding fear and that she thinks she's facing it. And I'm like, no, what that's doing to your imagination, your subconscious. I'm not with it. Stuff like
Yeah,
that. So I don't know how she would do it, courage.
I had to do the same thing with Elijah with Sonic. They got some evil
Exactly. This
bleeding
I
out
know what you're
Sonic
talking
that he
about.
used to. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hate it.
At
And
Sonic
she
as
thought that was a
V or
real
something.
thing. I'm like, they did that. That's not real. They like
Yeah, I
did
had
some
to.
coding hack thing.
Yeah, I had to let him know. I'm like, this isn't real Sonic. I'm like, you
Yeah.
see the video game and all this. This is
Yeah.
Sonic.
What's
If
wrong with these
anything,
people?
I don't know, man. They got too much time on their hands, and they're just
Mhm.
spending it all manipulating kids to like be nuts. And
I don't
it's
like it. Yeah, these kids are
sickening.
innocent and sweet. That's not cool. I feel like they
Um,
should put that as market as like not for children. What's bothering me most is that that's popping up in my child's YouTube app because it's not like I got her on the regular one. She's on the kids one. That should not be there in the algorithm.
yeah, shit is it's crazy. People need to get back at just making toys and getting us to buy it. That's what they did to us.
I mean, if I
Make
showed
a
you the house right
cartoon.
now, that's
Give
not
them
working. She
toys.
got
They're
too
gonna buy
many and
it.
she's still on the phone. I'm trying to tell you, she on the phone, she on the gaming system, she on the tablet, she got all the toys. I stopped buying toys. I'm be honest with you. For Christmas, I probably got her like 4 toys and maybe like 7 stuffed animals, but they were small
Yeah,
because she
anything.
don't play with them like that, like I want her to.
Yeah, yeah. The same thing with them. They'll break their toys or they won't play with it as much. They do play with it.
Yeah, she
Um,
does too.
especially punishment. That's usually when they don't have the tablets and stuff,
Mhm.
they'll get to playing with it. Probably not for a very long time, but they'll play with it. But I have so many toys of them. I don't their mother keeps, you
She's buying
know,
them.
keeps buying. I'm like, yo,
Yeah,
they
I
got
stopped,
so
but
much
now it's her
toys.
dad. Yeah, it's always that balance. So it sounds like now you're the one who's not doing it. She's the one who is. I'm the one not doing it. It's him over here with us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she came home with a couple of new toys yesterday. We co-parent, and so she had. But I really like these toys that she had because she's actually playing with them. But made of that could be because she just got it. So we're gonna see if she's still playing with it next week. But it's a Sonic and he's stretchy. So like literally, I'm in school right now, and I'm in a personal development program. So yesterday was my class day, so I was like doing all of that stuff, and she was just laying on the couch, just like playing with her stretchy Sonic for like 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh.
uh
I mean, granted, she had like him interact with some other things or whatever, but it was
yeah.
just Sonic. Was She was content with just that? No TV, no tablet, no gaming system, no phone. I was like, okay, Sonic.
Yeah, man. Sonic come save the day. Yeah.
Yes, thank God.
Yeah. I take
That
my kids
screen
out
time is real.
to the park a lot. Actually, yesterday I took them to Wheaton Mall. It's funny, man. That was funny because they they don't really go like the mall is such a new concept for children.
Yes.
Um, like he's like, yo, man, all these Elijah, he's like all these stores, like never seen this before.
Yeah, my daughter did. We went in COVID, right? It's when it was like empty-ish, and she thought the same thing. Like, like she was amazed. She thought it was like a theme park or something. Like she was like happy there. I'm like, girl, we just in and out real quick. I hate even being here right now.
I took him to GameStop and I
Okay.
guess like it was like we never seen these many games at once. Like
Wow.
I was like,
Wow.
yeah, man, there's a
I
bit
should
in
take
my
her in
head. I'm like,
there.
there used to be way more. Like
That's a good idea.
this ain't shit.
Wow. Oh, you sound like you're crushing fatherhood. And I'm just watching you light up as you speak about them and share these memories. It's a beautiful thing. So
Thank you,
beautiful.
thank you.
Literally, my heart is so full with that. Just because like I love family so much and I love children even more. So,
Mm.
I'm just watching how God is blessing you and yours. It's just really inspiring to me.
Oh, thank you, Janae. Thank you, thank
Yeah.
you.
How did you meet your wife? I don't think I knew this story.
I might have told y'all. And
I mean, we all
I met
were
her.
kind of swapping stories, but I don't know if I was
Yeah,
there
yeah, I
that
know
day.
we were. That was a while ago. We gotta get to that too, man. That movie.
Yeah, I want to listen. I can't wait till we get to that actually.
Yeah, but I met her at a bowling party when I was living in Philadelphia. That's when I went to high school, and
Oh, yeah, I know you're
she-
from there. I thought you were still there until just now.
nah, I've been here. It's Philly's really my second home. I'm from here. I'm from Maryland. I went to high school up there. My parents were on drugs. I lived with my grandmother, then she got sick, so I had to live with my aunt. Um, uh, in the Germantown section of Philly, which is like northwest part. And my boy Dennis, he his cousin that I was also friends with, he was having a birthday party at Dave and Buster's. So went to Dave and Buster's, and the girl that would babysit his sister was there, who is my wife now. And I seen her, I was like, damn, like she looked good, you know what I mean? I kind of like my game at that time wasn't really the best,
That's probably
really.
better. Nobody needs a game. Be real.
You're right,
You might
right.
need a little smooth, a little suave, but nobody needs the game.
Yeah,
They just want to
yeah,
play, right?
yeah. And I don't know, I kind of just like kept looking at her, you know what I'm saying? Looking at her, you know, being weird, then I think I talked to her. And then once I started talking to her, that's when, we started rapping. I got her number, we talked for a few months. Not exactly, we didn't really talk immediately. It was, kind of passive until that summer. And then that summer, that's when it's funny because I graduated that summer. She's like a couple years younger than me, like two years. Um, so she didn't know, she knew I graduated. She just didn't know like I was moving back to DC, you know what I mean, which I did. So it was like long distance, for a while.
Oh,
Yeah.
was that hard?
Nah, it's fine. It was I used to do music in Philly. Um Hey baby. Oh,
Little
she
ones
got
waking up?
nah, that's my wife right there. She's
Oh,
done.
okay.
I think she's done with the little one. But what was I saying?
You're talking
Uh
about how you guys met. It was the summertime, it was long distance. I was asking if it was hard, and you said not really because you're doing music out there.
yeah, that's right. I would go up there and do music and see her and then come back and work. And then that was like the cycle for like a year and a half, a year. And then we wound up having our first kid. That was a lot, a lot of growing pains with that. A lot, you know what I mean? She wound up eventually moving to DC. Um, we got our own spot in Deanwood, actually, which was a really beautiful spot.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not too far from there.
Yeah, Deanwood was really
They're the neighborhood next to me. They're the adjacent neighborhood. But this area is I like it.
yeah, I love Deanwood. It was really quiet, at least our
Exactly.
little section. Apparently things would happen, but like I would never
It's
hear it.
better now.
Yeah, yeah. But it was, I mean, for the overall, like it was beautiful. There was a lot of older black people lived
Exactly.
there,
I was
you
like,
know
oh,
what
this where
I'm saying?
y'all at? Just quiet
Yeah.
and well. I
Yeah. Homeowners
found you.
too. Yeah. It was a really nice section of the city too. Like, certain parts in that neighborhood you could see
Nature.
nature, and you could see
Yeah.
like the stadium, like the arcade stadium, and like
Mhm.
the city and shit.
Exactly.
It was real. I really enjoyed living there. We stayed in off South Capitol for a little bit.
Mhm.
That was wild. That was like South Side. Stayed there throughout COVID, and then we
That
moved
still
out
is kind
here.
of like that, just so you know. It still is kind of
Yeah, I
like
know. Yeah, I know.
Hmm.
It was I seen a lot of yo man, hey, I probably seen the most car chases in my life.
Wow. 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 I
Like
believe
I'm
it.
not yo, I remember one time, yo, they got where solar panels, right? I think they would just start building them. I seen someone literally drive into them, like try and get away from the cops, and like car
Wow.
just got caught by the fence. It was like cops came, pulled them out. I was like, yo, it's like cops, man. Like,
Yeah, I
yo,
can tell you the truth. Before I moved here, I never saw like people actually run from the police. But look, the city, they be like, I'm out of here. I'm like, this is for real.
yo, man, there's nothing worse than Baltimore. I seen someone in Baltimore get out of a cop car and run, like
Wow.
with his handcuffs, like in his back, running like
Wow.
shit.
He's like, not today, Satan.
I was like, yo, what the yeah,
Anything
man.
is possible.
Yeah, yeah.
So
But
when did you know she was the one?
um probably when she moved down here and we got settled, you know what I mean? Because I ain't gonna hold you. I mean, before that, it was a lot of, even with our son, it was I'm young, you know what I mean, living in DC, it was a lot of women and chances and things I wanted to do. But once we like, she was here and I seen her every day and really realized like, we gotta take care of our kid and I'd rather do it with you and I don't really wanna, be bunned up with anybody else.
Ooh, that's when you knew all these words equal. It's you.
Yeah, yeah.
That's sweet. That's really sweet. Was it ever like a part of, I don't want her to be bundled up with anybody else? Was that ever a factor also? Or was it really just you maturing it to, wow, I don't want to do this with anybody else?
I'll say no, but within the marriage that could have that that could have came up, I guess, if that makes sense.
Hmm. Of
Some
course.
that, there's within marriage there are things that I've became that I wasn't never was really before, you know. But that wasn't really the reason why I felt the need to marry her.
I feel like that's great. That's great because I think when some people, and I've heard these stories because as a single woman, I ask these questions a lot, especially to my male friends, so I can understand you guys' perspective. Um, but I've heard the like, I knew when I knew I didn't want her with anybody else. And as a woman in my mind, I'm like, that don't sound like that's what you wanted. It sounded like that's what you wanted to possess. Not that's
See,
what you wanted. That's what you wanted to control. Not that's what you wanted. That's what you wanted to block her from. So it maybe even like you're not it, but you don't want her to realize that and like da da da. So I really love your answer. Really love your
yeah,
answer.
thank you. Yeah, I'm not
Mm.
I'm not the type of to
It's a healthy answer.
that's good to know. That's good to know.
Yes.
I'm I'm not the type like dudes. They always want to not all of them, but you got those who want to like battle for a woman or like over stunt, over time, over when they expected them dealing with other dudes. But if they're dealing with other dudes, I've always been like, just go. Like I'm not going to try to hold you or manipulate anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I've
Yeah.
learned so many lessons from just having these sort of meaningful conversations with you guys, especially like because like it's two sides of it, right? Like women think like, oh, we know men because we're women and women are made for men, right? Or from men, however you want to see it, all of that. And then it's the side of, but you're not one. So you don't really know. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's like this balance where I'm constantly trying to find where I'm comfortable with being a woman who is able to be a helper to like my husband or my right man but listening to like what it is you guys are thinking, how you guys need versus like what we think you need and like what we want to hear. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
because that's
yeah,
two different things, like what we want to hear and what you're actually saying. So
yeah, 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 yeah. That is wow. And you know
yeah,
what? I
see,
mean,
I'm
there's
paying
some
attention.
dudes,
You proud of this? I'm paying attention.
and there's some dudes that actually like they rather tell you what they feel like like they do
Yeah, I
the
don't
other
like
way.
that.
And you know, what I mean, I've seen a lot of women kind of just fall for that shit, like again and again and again. You know what I mean? Um, I don't know. Back in the day, I used to always be the dude, quote unquote, like that was in the friend zone. So I guess, you know what I mean? When you're that dude, I guess you always see dudes, you know what I mean, like just saying shit and they don't really mean it, and then they see the woman just fall for it. You're like, hey, like
Wow.
he's lying. They're like,
Wow.
oh, but I love it. You're like, no.
I feel like that's happened to me, but under the umbrella of like God, right? So like,
Yeah.
and then like I didn't know because of like, like when God is in it and somebody like I didn't know that people will even do that, like use God. You know what I'm saying? And so
Mhm.
yeah, I feel like that has happened to me for sure.
Yeah. It's happening to probably all women. You know what I mean? Just like, yeah, I mean, dudes get, manipulated by, ass and cheeks, and then, they talk to them. The woman talks like a bag of bricks, I never forget. It was this one girl I did follow on Instagram, um, that I met at Ted's, and she wasn't nothing like the person. Like, I was like,
Yikes.
you're an asshole. Like, wow. I had to tell her that I followed her on Instagram. She was like, that's when she got all nice. I was like, unfollow. Like when she left, I was
Yikes. I mean,
she
it'd
was
be
just
like
she
that.
was just a bitch. She was just a bitch. She had me running around complaining about stuff on her food. Then I heard a conversation on the phone. She cut somebody out on the phone. It was just like, yo, you're not cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's sad.
That was
You
this. It
know?
was disappointing, but
Mhm.
it is what it is.
So the crazy flow, what did you want to say about it?
But what crazy flow?
Yeah, you were like, I want to get to that at some point. So
Yo,
let's get to it.
doing that was one of the funnest projects I've ever done. I want to do something like that again.
It was my first film.
Um, yeah, it was my first film. I've done several videos where it was since then that's film
I
like.
think you were shooting a video at that time or something.
Was I? What song was I? When that
If
was
you weren't, you were
2011.
in someone else's because I remember you having peace out. Like I remember you piecing out. What scene was it? It was like the studio scene or something. I forget. Maybe we were on Maryland's campus using one of the spaces, and you had to piece out for a shoot. So
Yeah. It was a show. Yeah, now I
okay.
remember. It was a fashion show. Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
That's
okay.
right.
I thought it
Yeah,
was.
that was a bit. That was man. That was a great time. It was man. It was. I was super busy. I was super
Yeah,
busy.
yeah. We all
During
go
that
just
time, I
make
would.
it happen.
Yeah, yeah. During that time, I would. Yeah, I would do this video shoot because I think I would do it Sunday. I think that was like the one day we were all available. But I would be in Philly, like recording or doing shows, and during the week either working and recording. So it was a lot. Like I was doing a lot. But yeah, like you, Mark, I still talk to.
Yeah, Mark is cool. I was supposed to hang out with him, but I was in this relationship. I was kind of like control, like he didn't want me to go to the game. It was really bad, and I was
Ooh,
like,
it
yeah,
was
so I didn't get to go. And I've never been to a football game either, and I was
Eagles.
real pressed.
It
It
was
was
Eagles.
so I like Steelers, so it's the Eagles play the Steelers,
Oh,
and so that'd have been really cool. But person I was with at the time, so Mark is a very cool guy, very great friend. And his wife, I never met her yet, but I imagine she's equally on that vibration. And so he had got the tickets. And I mean, it was bread, right? And so I'm like, I'm in a relationship. We're not about to like let them do that or whatever. So I had kind of like went to him like, hey, like my friend did this, like you like, look, my friend did this. We are our own couple. He was like, those seats suck. I ain't about to like, and I didn't expect him to do that because I've only been in like I'm spoiled in my relationships, and so I really like you was gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
like, so I was like, what just happened? This is embarrassing. So I was like, well, I'm gonna go, and he was like, if you go, you already like know what's gonna happen. So I couldn't go because I wanted
Oh
the
man,
relationship. Yeah, it was bad. So.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm even more sorry because that's my friend. Like, how can you?
Yeah,
That's a weird. Like, come on, man, look at that. Like, that was a weird situation. So,
yeah. That's corny, man. Damn. Ask about me, Danielle. I've kept a relationship with her. She was actually in one of my videos.
that's
Me and
cool.
Yeah. Me and my boy Ike's GAD, grind all day. Um, she's something else. Because she does music too.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Courtney.
Oh
Uh,
yeah. Oh my gosh, you remember everybody. That's so cool.
that was it. That was it though. Actually, there was a few other people, but I actually don't remember. Like I remember the guy who was supposed to be the boss
Yeah,
of
me too. His
like the
name began with a
label,
K, didn't it?
or E. I think it was like Eric or something.
Eric is his real name, but the character name began with a K, I think, like Crump. I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah. I can't remember it. Yeah, I don't remember it neither. But he, like, I follow him on Facebook, but he doesn't. I don't know. He posts things here and there. But it was, oh man, that cast. There was a few other people I remember. I just haven't really came by. Depot did reach out to me a few years ago about doing a Crazy Flow like play or something like
Wow,
that, but
that's
I don't think
cool.
he ever really got it started.
I
Um,
don't know. He did some sort of play. Mark had told me like they were auditioning and like I went to support or whatever and it was just cool to see him in action doing his thing still and all that. But I didn't get to watch the actual play.
okay, cool.
Yeah. But he was
Yeah,
still doing his thing. He was still doing his thing.
yeah. Running with him during that time period was so like funny. How I even got in that movie was wild. I went to open an account at Bank of America, and he was just
You
like,
told me. I think Mark too. So I don't know.
he just like, you act or no? What did he ask me? He was like, I think I said something about the studio to him or something. He was like, you do music? He was like, oh, I'm working on this script, doing this movie. Da. I was just like, oh shit, yeah, I'll do it. I don't know.
Yeah.
He reminded me of Diddy, like,
Yeah, like his like his charisma, right? Or like his
yeah. He has a very Diddy-ish charisma. I wanted him to manage me for a little bit, but he was too caught up in that.
Mhm.
Um, and then after the movie, oh man, I remember he told me some information that wasn't that good.
Uh-oh.
Uh, it was, I mean, clearly he's still alive, so clearly
Okay.
he
I'm glad it worked out.
survived it. I don't want to
Yeah, he's
say what.
married and everything.
Nah, it was more like I don't know. I think he just made some wild business decisions.
Okay.
But he survived it. I think he got reborn Christian, I believe. And
Yeah, him and his wife seem like they're believers.
yeah. And that's beautiful, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I'm happy for him, you know what I mean? You
I
don't
wish
need to do
the
this.
movie would have played at the screening though. Like when I tell you I was super in love with my date, like I so that man, I met him in college and I don't know, like I never been in that situation since. But like he came into my space, like, we was going to class or whatever, and I was like, Jesus Christ, what just happened to my whole spirit? Like, I don't know, it just felt something. It was like this knowing. I don't know, it's weird. So by the time we're like actually exploring a relationship or whatever, and then I got him to support me and come out to the event, I was so salty when we went play. I'm like, yo, like, come on, like, love my
Oh man,
auntie.
I actually forgot about that. You know what I
What? I'll
remember?
never forget it. Like, love my life is here. Play this movie, stop playing. He's in grad school right now. He's got things to do. Like, man,
That was an ugly night. That was an ugly night.
he
Ah
never said
man.
anything. He was so supportive. He never said anything about it. But I was ultra embarrassed.
Did you come over his house when he showed the movie at his house?
I think so, but I think I was late.
I got really drunk, but I'm like blacked out,
Yeah,
no
I definitely
confidence.
came, but I was
But
late.
I remember watching the movie at his house, and I remember it not being good, but it being good. Like it was like, to be honest with you, I think if someone got a hold of it, we could get it on Tubi.
I mean, where is it? Like, I wanted my credits on IMDb because after that, using that on my resume, like, hey, I did do a film. I got a chance to be a part of a soap opera and other films. And so,
Oh,
yeah, but when I got those other projects, they had it a little more organized to where like it showed up on IMDb. So now if you Google me, it says Janae's an American actress, right? But I'm
fuck
like, I
yeah.
really wish that Crazy Flow was on there too, because hey, I did that. I mean, granted, love of my life, and I didn't get to see that at the screening, but still, like, we did do that. So
Yeah, yeah, we did. And yeah, yeah, I could use it for some credit too. It was, and we, I mean, we spent time doing it, man.
we did.
I think what I'm disappointed at is more what like was D expecting? I think that's more of my disappointment. It's like,
I think maybe he just wanted to complete a project because you remember he was a playwright. He was a successful playwright, like booking auditoriums and venues doing his plays. So I think he wanted to just have A to Z a film. That's what I think. I don't know. He never said
okay,
that.
that's probably why he wanted to shoot like that. Cause Courtney's boyfriend at the time was like a whole film director who was on set.
Mm.
So, and I'm like, and I wound up doing a project with him after, and he was like, yeah, I wouldn't even charged him like a lot. He was like, for real, he would have just gave him a base charge where most of it would have been free.
And we all did it from the goodness of our hearts for him. I didn't. Did you get paid?
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Yeah, me either. So, I was just committed to like this is my first film. I was ready to, just
I, I wanted
invest.
to put it. I wanted to put it out. I wanted it to be more like for like my profile. You know what I'm saying?
Me
That's what
too.
I wanted to use it for. And at the end of the day, like I wasn't able to. So
You
that
think
was
it
kind of a
exists
disappointment.
still? I wonder where it is.
It might be on his YouTube somewhere.
What? I wish it were. I'm gonna look for it or message him and see. Because a lot of old things are coming back. Ooh, is that a prophetic message? A lot of old things are coming back. So, like even like I had photographers that believed in me, producers with like really big companies like BET, stuff like that, that believed in me, and that maybe I didn't understand what they saw, and so I wasn't moving in a certain way. I was just doing me, right? And so, one of my favorite photographers, he still has some of my photos from shoots that I never got to see the images for, and now I got access to them, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so maybe this is another way in which old things come back. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
want to
you're
reach out
right.
to
You're
them.
right. It's like I've came across songs that I'm like, damn, I could like release this like now. Like it's very timeless. Yeah, I would drop the movie now. It's the movie's funny. It was funny. That's what I remember
It
watching
was
it. Like
fun too and funny.
it
Yeah.
was it was fun. It was the plot was hilarious. I remember people felt I should have been D character and like so
Yeah, everybody said that.
yeah,
But you
yeah.
know how it is with the writers, at times when they're new, a lot of them are living out that dream as well. Even though they know they rather just be the writer when they're starting out, a lot of them I've noticed want to be, that character also, or like, and there's nothing wrong with that because get your feet wet in every avenue, especially of your own projects to figure out where you're passionate and where you're most aligned.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I didn't like he wrote the whole thing, so it wasn't for me to be like,
But then
oh,
it made more
nah,
sense to have
dog,
a rapper be a rapper, you know what I
yeah.
mean?
Um, the way we did that scene where I lost him, I had to choke. Like we couldn't go do the rap for rap because it would have been like, yo, I would have won. So it was like I had
Exactly.
to like act like I forgot lyrics and like,
Exactly. You had
you
to
know what I'm
act.
saying?
You were
Yeah,
acting
yeah, I had to actually act.
right.
But it was fun though. You're right. I want to just put it out, just or at least the clips, like some of the clips. You are clearly probably the best actor slash actress of the whole movie though. Like I
Thank
remember your
you.
scenes were always like
Thank you.
really good. Like I
Thank
used to be
you.
like, yo, she got chops, yo.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I was just real sick. So I grew up like in church and like I would always like want to be in the plays and I always got to, get like cool roles like the roles that other girls wanted and stuff like that. God anointed me to like get and stuff like so for example, let's say there was a marriage scene, right? Like I'd be picked. I'm the girl, just like in that movie, right? Like so
Yeah.
God anointed me for that and I'm grateful. So I take it seriously. Like even now, like the projects that I've done since then, I'm the only one who shows up on set knows all my lines. So I be there like
Mm,
just waiting for everybody to get it together, like what's going on, redo it. Like, I don't know. I just like I said, I'm just very passionate about it and like there's an excellence that I like to execute with. So thanks for noticing because I really do work
yeah,
hard at that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You definitely on point.
Thank
Definitely
you.
on point. Um, you were dope. You asked about me were dope. Because I managed to do work with her after the movie. She was actually featured on my project When I Go that I did at that
Send it to
time.
me.
Yeah. She sung on it. She sung on 2 songs actually.
That's cool.
Yeah. She's been great. You know what I mean? Whenever we work and meet up. Uh, yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
so glad we all got to like, what if we threw like a reunion party or like just like a get together? That'd be so cool. Like, you know how classes have like class reunions and stuff. Why can't
Yeah.
we have like cast reunions? Like we
Yeah, we
all
should.
apparently still talk to
We
each other.
should.
Some relationships are stronger than
We need
others,
to
but we should all just get together.
and try to put that damn movie out.
I think it'll come up over there. We can hold everybody just hold David accountable. Like, excuse me, since we all got you here,
You gotta
give
get
it to
D,
us. We'll
man.
do it.
D to put that damn movie out, man.
I know. And now, you know, we all are more established in the industry where I feel like there's enough connections to do some productive things with it.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. If not, I've always wanted to get into, doing more like the film side of stuff is that's definitely a world I want to explore more of. I have like 3 potential like TV shows or movies,
Wow.
them Netflix type of thing, like in my head, basically based off my life, but you know what I mean, with some twists, you know what I'm saying, in it.
You ever heard of Full Sail University?
No.
A lot of creatives go there, especially like family creatives, like, you know, being like your schedule is different because they have like all these different online programs. There's a creative writing certificate you could get. I think it's like a 7-month program. I think you benefit from just looking into that and maybe having a conversation. But get
Definitely.
those out of your head, get it onto paper because the Bible says your gifts will make room for you. This is, people don't realize that a lot of the things that we are intended to do don't cost anything for us to do it. But people look outside of themselves so much for creating something that's inside. So I'm just inviting you to try on getting what's inside out and seeing what opens up from you for you from there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But write
But
me in though.
what was it?
That's
What
the
was it
deal. You
called
gotta
again?
write me in.
I got you. I got
Okay, cool. I was waiting for it. I was like, I'll be quiet so I can answer.
you.
Maybe God will bless us with like a real set. Just like as a single mom, doing the most, my commitment level was as such virtual for now because
Yeah.
any moment
It's
you could
cool. It's cool.
there.
Virtual, we're in an age where that's, it's not out the norm. So,
Yeah.
it's fine. It's all fine. It's all fine. I was asking, you said you did some soap operas.
Yeah, I did a soap opera. It's called Archives of the Heart.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. It's a YouTube series, but we went through all the proper processes to be on IMDb. So we got all our proper credits and everything's very
Yeah.
professional. And I'm with that same team also. I very much refer to Latrice Strong, our writer and director and producer. I refer to her as our Tyler Perry because she takes us, her group, and recycles us. So it'd be like if Damon kept writing and used our same circle to be in the projects like Tyler Perry does. But Latrice
Yeah.
really, she's really done that. So she's got that. I can't even name how many projects she's done and how many awards she's received at film festivals and nominations and all of this, but she's been on track. And finally I've gotten an opportunity to work with her on the production side. So I
Mm.
actually have my first production credits now for a movie that we recently did called A Boy King. And so we'll be releasing that soon. She just sent it over to me to review, exclusively review it before we start to plan out like the actual premiere and red carpet event and stuff. So it's really
Hell
cool
yeah.
to have this
Hell yeah.
conversation with you about how it all started versus like today, this is what's
So
going
now,
on.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
oh
yeah.
my gosh, I'm so grateful. God is so
Yeah.
good. So I'm telling you, get
Man.
it out, get it, take it from within and get it out because like the network is here to support you if that is what God is tugging at your heart to do.
Yeah, yeah. Because all my videos, I write my treatments.
Mhm.
My one video, Rebound, that's like it's like a 3-minute movie, but it's about Rebound. It's about a girl. The girl that we got to play in it, well, the director of the video worked with PNB Rock, actually. He was like his main director. It was actually, he helped basically PNB Rock become famous. The video he did was called For My City. It was like a very personal type of tribute, to people murdered in Philadelphia. Um, so I seen that video and got him. Um, reached out to him to do a video. The video we did before Rebound was another one. It's called Love on the Corner. He came down here. We just shot around like Southeast DC, Uptown, Deanwood, Bennett Road and stuff. So for the Rebound video, we shot this in Philadelphia, and we shot it at a bar. The video is about a girl breaking up with a dude, and then they just having a bad fight at the beginning of it. Um, you know, cusses her out, he leaves out, slams the door. And I'm the rebound guy. So the whole video, he's basically trying to like set me up. Like we're at a restaurant, he poisons my food, but all I do
Wow, this is
is,
deep.
you know what I mean? And then like he's in the window and stuff like that. He
He
winds up.
sounds a lunatic.
Yeah. It's funny because the guy's a comedian that played the role. His name's Takeoff.
Okay.
Like a
I want to see it. It might
upcoming.
be funny.
Yeah. I'm glad I got these two because both of them are like real professionals and on the come up. Like the girl that I got in it was in a movie on Tubi with Murder Mook and what's her name? Flavor of Love Girl.
New York?
Nah, not New York. She won. She won on the second season.
Danger? No, that's a different show. That's Ray J.
I want to say It's not Destiny. It's what the hell is her name? Is Dessert?
Oh, you
It's
know
not
that
Dessert.
she's super thick, but she had like
Yeah,
that mole thing right there.
yeah. Her.
I know what you're talking about. What's her name? You're right. It begin with a D though, don't it? It begin with a D. I know what you're talking about though.
Her and Murder Mook is in it. Their acting is not the best, but the girl in my video, she like clearly like it, she actually reminds me of you. Like when I
Oh,
think about it, because it's like her acting just was so much better than everyone else.
oh wow. Wow.
And why I'm like, yo, like I
Because
heard
of
her on
the
Instagram. I was like, yo,
knowledge.
you killed it. Like, and I made
Wow.
sure I said you, like you killed, like
Wow.
I want to
That's
sound like
cool.
I'm like just kissing ass, like, cause I'm
No, it
like,
sounds
you
like you
killed
happy
it.
with your project and like what she
Yeah.
contributed.
But anyway, back to our video though. The video, so I get like kidnapped in the video, like gagged and shit, like tape over me, and like comes in, the guy's like, you see what you did? Like it's over, and shoots me, but she wakes up. I mean, she dreamed it all. She dreamed all of it.
Wow.
Goes to a corner store and then she sees me. You know what I mean? And that's how the
Oh,
video
that's so
ends.
cool. You are a great
Yeah,
writer. Love
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Love it. I'm so happy for like just the creativity that you've been able to hold on to, because my message when I meet and I have these conversations, like I went through a really hard breakup recently and I'm still like healing from it or whatever. So I'm very much still love that person. But he said something that sticks with me, right? So he had like these things inside of him, creativity wise, that maybe he had given up on, right? And like even though I understand when people reach a certain point or age in life, they might think like, oh, being realistic, this and that can't happen for me. But I feel like if it's there, that means God put it there. And maybe not in the way you're trying to like do it. Like, for example, if we use music, right? Maybe you're not supposed to be the artist, but maybe you are a writer. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe you are a manager, or maybe you are some sort of influencer about the lessons you've learned from the industry in order to help. Like, don't give up on that thing God put in you. If it's still a part of you, there's a reason for that.
Amen.
And so many people, thank you. So many people ignore that as
There,
time goes on because they're looking at their age and they're looking at what's around them and what is said. No, God put that there. Look inside. You know what I mean? So that was just, it was really sad, and I tried to I try to uplift that every time I see it in any grown person, because in a child it's thriving. It's those grown
yeah.
people who knock that down in the child, and the child grows up to be an adult, like what I'm trying to encourage. You know what I'm saying? So
No, I know
I really
exactly.
appreciate that you're still there, that you
I've
still
been
are in your authentic creativity.
I've been in that space, and and I would think that like as a kid, I had so much, because you're a kid, what I mean, that's what you're gonna be older, and you're gonna do what needs to be done. But even that, you're right. There's a movie about all of that. It's called
Wow.
Soul. Disney made it
Oh, I
with
saw it.
Jamie
I
Foxx.
saw it. Love that
And
movie.
that was the moral of the movie. It was basically he had everything their form. He just needed to die and come back as a cat to really see what the fuck he had. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
God
that's so
really did all
sad.
of that for him in that movie. That's a beautiful film. I love Soul.
It
Soul,
is. It's a
Soul,
great film.
Soul, and Coco are like my two favorite
Coco
like
is another
Disney
one,
films.
similar message. Wow.
Yeah, similar message with and it also it teaches you kind of about the music industry. Like the villain of the movie killed the man and had the kid thinking that was his grandfather.
I know, right? Yeah, he twisted. He
Killed them,
twisted.
took his songs, even in the afterlife, people thought.
Yeah. Yeah, and then stunning too, looking like this like wonderful, beautiful thing, and is sick and nasty and ugly.
Yeah, man. But just with family and music, family, and the because they say, I mean, there's artists that don't write their shit, their ancestors come, you know what I mean? And I think of that movie when I think about those sayings and stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like Kendrick Lamar always says it. He's like, I don't write, my ancestors right. And there's, I mean, even me, there's times sometimes I write some stuff and I'll go back and I'll be like how did I think of that?
yeah. I think that sometimes when I look back on like these interviews, I was like, who was talking? Thank you, Holy Spirit, because like,
Yeah,
girl, like, where'd you get these questions, or how it just, that's
yeah.
when you're in alignment. And so even for me with music, I haven't been in the studio in a while because I'm recreating my sound. Um, but listening to the tracks that I've chosen, that's how I know it's the one, because the words, the lyrics, all of it, the vision for it comes to me in that moment. And I started to only pick tracks where that happens. So maybe that's a trick to it, right? So, it's different when you're talented and you can hop on anything, right? That's one thing. But I only want to hop on the things that like come instantly to me like that, because
Yeah.
that's like a heightened creativity.
And
So that's how I'm picking my stuff right now.
and even in the music world, they tell you that like those are the best records for you to go on because like whatever you're gonna say comes out naturally.
Right.
It's not like you're forcing it or what I mean. Some people can become musically good where they could make it seem like, what I mean, is natural, but people are always gonna feel that heart, that heartful energy. You know what I mean? That always is gonna break through. Always, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
It's
but
been such a pleasure having you. I'm so blessed by all the nuggets you were dropping about just how to stay positive in your creative vibration, and then how to balance all of that with family, because I mean, you have a big family. To me, that's a big family. And then you're still staying true to what's inside of yourself, because again, the world teaches us to be distracted by certain things, and they'll tell us that we're prioritizing what's important. No, it's a balance, right? You don't have to give up a part of who you are just because um, another part is taking on a different role for you. You know what I mean? There's just
no,
a
I
thing
know
called
exactly what
balance.
you mean. The
Yeah,
world
it's
will
really,
tell you that, and I think that's a mess up. It's a terrible message. You know what I mean? Because it's either people get eaten up by like what they love, or they just don't even attack it. So
and that's
it's
the thing
it's
right there.
yeah, and it's bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
It's
sad.
not a good
It's really
message. You know what I
sad.
mean? And
I
I
have
think
this
there was a
mentor.
huh.
I have a mentor who, well, now he says we're friends because he learns a lot from me in these days that I've matured. But he says when he dies, he wants to be empty. He wants to have poured everything that was inside of him out and just be completely empty, like nothing there. And it's funny because that is opposite of what people tell us about the graveyard. They say the graveyard is the wealthiest place on earth. And it's because it's where all the ideas, visions, goals, and dreams go to die, because people just kept that inside. So I relate to that, and it sounds like you do also. Like just wanting to put all that out here and not be sad like some people who choose to give that up or do something else that they consider practical. It's not practical. It's
Yeah,
practical is being true to who you are and what's inside of you. That's practical
yeah, yeah. That is very practical and honest.
and
Yeah,
free most of the time, right? Like the thing you invest is not like materialistic. It's really just like the equity of you, right? Like pouring into yourself, investing into yourself, like whether that be mindset, spirituality, so that you get more strength and power from who you are and what you have to contribute versus like people just chasing after things.
Time is actually one thing. I think the older I get is what I want more of, to invest, and that's just, time and spending with things that matter, I mean, family, or creating things for people to feel inspired from.
That's what we're doing here. That's exactly what
Yeah.
this is about. That somebody will listen to these conversations, feel that special conviction in their heart or that relation or attraction to what we're doing, and realize something about their remembered self and act on that, be inspired
Yeah.
to be who they
Yeah.
really are. Yeah, the
Yeah.
world needs that, right? So let's imagine if Elon Musk never made Tesla. Let's imagine, they say Edison didn't really do the thing with the light bulb and all that because it's a black man, really. But, let's say that it was never created, all these different things for people that did something from the inside and brought it out. If none of that stuff was here. So it's very important that each of us, I feel a conviction to be someone encouraging that and inspiring that. But it's very important that each of us find a way to inspire others to be who they are and contribute what they're specifically here to contribute. You are specifically here to contribute something that is needed.
Yes. Yes. Amen. Amen to that.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming. I know you got things to do today, and I'm just really excited and blessed that you came. I hope you'll come back. You said you're working on
Oh,
some music.
hell yeah. I definitely want to come back and do this again. Um yeah, and I can't wait till you get a studio.
Yes,
So we could be in person. But yeah,
that'll
yeah,
be lit. Oh, you would come
yeah.
so you travel? I need to like take a poll on that because I could probably move faster on these things if I knew that we could all be together on that. Because like last thing I want to do is like put my efforts and resources in that direction, and then like it just be an expense.
Yeah. My boy got a studio in Twin Brook, but I'll have to, I'll holler at him and rap to him. But he's big into doing podcasts and stuff like that. So I could reach out to him and, see, whenever the next time we do a
That's
show,
cool.
you know.
Yeah, I would love to have a look. I did start silently looking at some spaces, and I saw one that's really nice, and they love God, and they're aligned, and they have a lot going on in that particular building. So yeah, maybe it's time that I also scale. So we're on our third season. You're on our third season right now. So
What?
it's decided maybe by season 4 or 5 we are in a studio. So God willing, we only want to do what God wants for us.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, did you want to tell everybody where they can find you so they can
Yeah, yeah,
support?
absolutely. Yes, you can find me at Il Staffa Music, Instagram, Il Staffa Twitter, Il Staffa Humphreys, Facebook. Just Google Il Staffa. All my things will come up.
Exactly. And I'll be sure to drop your links that you're mentioning in the description. So
Please do. Please do.
yeah, thank you so much. I can't wait to hear your music. Don't forget to send me those links about the kids stuff and about the duets with our co-cast members. And
Oh yeah,
yeah, hopefully we can get a party together or something.
I'm about to fill your DMs up with links. So
Do it. I dare you. I dare you to do it. I dare you. Do it. Do it. Do it. Because I suck at checking my DMs, but when I see your name, I try to be quick. You know what I'm saying? There's certain people I try to be quick.
I
But
appreciate
thank
I
you so
I
much.
appreciate that because I'm pretty sure your DMs are filled. Like,
They can be, but it's not all like that. But it can. I mean, it just depends. Because, like I said, I take a long time to reply, and I don't mean to. It's just so much, right? Like, I'm new to Instagram. I probably have my page for
yeah,
2
I was
years.
about to say you're not really on Instagram all
Yeah,
that
I'm
much.
Facebook. If somebody want to keep up with me, you gotta go to
Good.
Facebook. Yeah. So. But I'll be sure to drop your stuff so people will know how to keep up with you in the
Gotcha.
description. And thanks everyone for hanging out with us as I chat with my beautiful friends about the beautiful things they're doing in life so that we can inspire the world here on Creative Chats. See you next time.